Philly.
1, 2, 3, go. Crazy ass kids gonna knock up on your door, so let him in, let him in, let him in.
The scoring leader in the National Hockey League went over Colin Miller. Waits. That one's out of the net. Oh, what a save is made by Mason. Ring 10 bells on that grab. Rask able to play that one along. Some trouble for Kevin Miller, and it's let out front. Score! Claude Giroux, and so it is 4-3. Game. This is Simmons with a shot. He scores! Simmons has tied the game. Goes off there is affected by Voracek. Gets it back straight across. Drive! Score! What a shot by Giroux. A power play goal, and the Flyers win in overtime.
1, 2, 3, go.
Woo! Now, Andy Robb, Ken Prell, the Philly Hockey Guys.
Yeah.
That one was exciting the other night.
Yeah, that was
If you stayed all the way through.
that was an interesting one, to say the least. We were going to do an episode yesterday, but man, what a week it's been with our respective jobs.
Yes. And I'm kind of glad we actually didn't get to a show yesterday because of the Renato crap that went down yesterday.
Oh, God.
And
Yeah.
NHL's Department of Player Safety. What a joke that is.
No, I'm not surprised in the least. The only way he would get suspended is if he was still playing for us.
Oh, absolutely. It would have been a 10-game suspension then, no doubt in my mind.
But anyway, we might have more on that later. But otherwise, here we are, episode number whatever of the Philly Hockey Guys podcast. Of course, follow us on Twitter at Philly Hockey Guy and check us out on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, all that good stuff. Thanks to everybody that's been listening to us so far. We're glad to be doing a show today. Let's start off with an announcement. We did say that today we were going to name our winner for our Philly Hockey Guys podcast contest, but that was only relative on the fact that if we did a show yesterday, and we've been running a bit late with some stuff here and there, so we're going to extend it and we're going to announce it the beginning of next week. So we got a few more late submissions, so we'll just give you through the weekend. Just go ahead. If you still haven't entered yet, go ahead and do that. You can win that Lindros figure.
Monday, we promise.
And coming up on today's show in just a little bit, we're going to premiere a brand new feature on the program, a little game that we like to play that involves the internet and the Philadelphia Flyers fan base as a whole. So we'll get to that in just a little bit. But yeah, again, let's go back to the game. Flyers winning in overtime on the 3-on-3, a 5-4 victory in Boston. Notice the highlights for the show today only started with the third period.
Well, I mean, really.
That second period was so bad.
You are a true Flyers fan if you were actually still paying attention going into that third period, because after the way they played in that second period, I wouldn't blame you if you turned off the game.
Yeah, and everyone was
It was
like,
pretty awful.
Yeah, and all of a sudden Neuwirth was out, Mason was back in. There was a whole lot of confusion going on with that whole game in that second period. But apparently Neuwirth sustained a
It's an upper body injury is what
the classic Ron Hextall response.
Yeah. Everybody who gets hurt has an upper body injury, according to Hextall. If they lose a leg, it's still an upper body injury.
Yeah.
But, man, Bergeron really cracked him across the face on his goal. So I really think that probably led to, if not a concussion, at least, he was seeing a couple stars.
And currently, as of right now, all of those players, Sean Couturier, as we all know, took that hit from Zach Ronaldo. Michael Neuwirth and Braden Shen, they are all now listed as day-to-day. So that's positive.
All right, well, let's get to the game.
Yes.
That third period. Let's start there because the turning point came about 6.5 minutes into...
about 6.5 into the third period.
Into the third period where Mason just makes an unbelievable save. I've watched the replay at least 100 times. I have no idea how he kept the puck out of the net.
That was really impressive. I know.
Yep. And it really jump-started the team because less than a minute later, Giroux then gets the Flyers within one goal.
Yes, he absolutely did, and that was a great goal to bring them within one of the game. And then Simmons didn't really have much hustle early on in the game, but boy, did he really turn it on later on in the contest against the Bruins.
Yep, with a little less than 10 minutes to go, ties the game up 4-4. Just you're sitting there watching this game going, This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
How does this happen?
Yeah, absolutely. It
Where
sure is.
was this team for the first 40 minutes?
Yeah, but also during those first 40 minutes, we did have some goals scored by the Flyers. First one of the season from a guy that's just given nothing but hustle, heart, and dedication to every single shift. And of course, listening all the way in France, one of our listeners, Patrice, his favorite player, Pierre-Edouard Bellemare, scoring one hell of a goal.
I boldly tweeted right after that goal that it was a beautiful, dirty goal, and that's exactly what it was. It was great hustle, just happened to be in the right place at the right time, following up on a rebound, and put it home and got the Flyers on the board early on.
Speaking of bold predictions, you and I did quite a good job.
We did awesome.
I said that
That doesn't happen
I
often.
said that Ronaldo was going to take just one penalty, and you said it was going to be a major.
Yep, and that's what it was. That piece of trash.
Oh my God, I know. That was just ridiculous. But then also, you predicted Claude Giroux was going to score a goal.
Yeah, I thought the first line
Wound up scoring two?
would get going. Yeah, and scored the game winner as we got to overtime.
You know, actually, you did kind of call that right down the line because you said a goal or two in the last podcast. I was listening to it earlier.
So, I mean, it was just time for that first line to break out.
Yeah.
And I think something that's been overlooked from this game the other night against the Bruins is the hustle of Jake Voracek in that overtime to keep the puck in.
Absolutely.
And then got the pass to Straight, who set up Giroux for the game winner in overtime, which was just fun to watch.
Yeah, Straight was put on a hell of a game, too. I love that 3-on-3 overtime with the combination of Jake, and Mark Straight.
Yeah, no, he got the 4-on-3, got the power play, and made the Bruins pay for it. And especially after that 5-minute penalty where they didn't get a shot off at all in the second period and actually ended up giving up a shorthanded goal.
Yeah, I was a little mad at Claude Giroux during that second period. I'm sure a lot of people were. He'd had that one turnover that led to the goal, and then he had that high sticking penalty, which led to that other goal.
But he totally redeemed himself.
Yeah. And then, as we all know, Claude Giroux rattled back to win it in overtime, and wow, what a shot that was. He's perfected that area of the net to shoot at, and he's got to really thank Danny Briere for that, too, for helping him with that.
You get him on the ice in that spot and give him that pass, it's going in 9 out of 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
It's lethal.
Yeah, I couldn't believe the way that game ended up. I think I scared my girlfriend. I was like, ah! She jumped. But man, that was awesome. I just want to see them play like that from here on out, especially against the Rangers. I think they're going to come out swinging for this next game too. And we'll have a little short preview of that coming up in just a few, but let's go on to the thing that we need to talk about. We do have some audio from that. The Zach Ronaldo hit on Sean Couturier. I don't really want to pay it much attention at all, like a lot of the Flyers players are, because it's like, I expected him to do something like this. I mean, hell, that's what we said in the last episode of the podcast. I mean, the guy's a scrub. Thanks for the draft pick, Boston.
Well, the head coach didn't really want to talk about it either.
Yeah, I'm not even going to comment on that, honestly. Not going to comment on that hit at all. There's no place for it. So that's all I have to say. No place for it.
There's definitely no place for Zach Ronaldo in the NHL, I think. The guy is nothing but a piece of trash.
He's
a fake tough guy.
Hackstall sounded mad about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, Couturier is there. He already dished off the puck. It's at the end of the first period, and Ronaldo takes 2 or 3 strides. And, yes, he didn't lead with the elbow, but he led with the shoulder, and he went head hunting. And how the NHL safety department doesn't come out and suspend him, I'm just so ticked off.
Because he's not on the Flyers anymore.
I'm just so ticked off.
That's why.
You know,
that is exactly why.
I mean, you obviously know I've never been a Ronaldo fan.
No,
even when
neither
he was
have I.
wearing the orange and black.
The only time that I've been a fan of Zach Ronaldo is a very, very minor instance of when, he was a kid and he grew up being a Flyers fan, and it was at the Winter Classic when you had that video that came out of him meeting Eric Lindros and having him sign those jerseys for him. That was cool. But other than that, guy's
nothing
a
he's
scrub.
ever done has been cool. He's a piece of garbage.
I'm real disappointed.
I am too, Dave.
You know what? I cannot wait till January 13th because that's the next time the Flyers play the Boston Bruins. That'll be at the Wells Fargo Center. So, Zach, enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy your New Year's because I hope it's your last. I hope the Flyers go out there and kill them.
Well, no, let's not hope for
I hope
injury.
they break him in half. I hate the guy. And he's lucky. He's lucky Couturier is now day-to-day.
Aren't I the guy that usually goes off like this? This is like
I
you'd have
can't
some
stand
vinegar
him.
in you.
Yeah, well, I can't stand him. It was such a cheap hit. And again, he does it at the end of the period, so nobody can do anything to him, and then he gets tossed. So I can't wait till January 13th. Go all WWE on his ass.
Wow. I'm kind of scared to be in the same studio with you.
He's a piece of garbage.
You sound angry today. You've really got a little like chip on your shoulder. I
am. I'm ticked off.
I know how you're like the pessimist, I guess, of the show, but man, you're not gonna like this next bit idea that I have.
Oh no, what are you?
I'm
what
afraid
are
you're
we
going to get
doing?
even more angry
All right,
with this.
okay.
Announcing the new first official Philly Hockey Guys game.
What are you out of your mind? Makes me so mad. You don't know what the hell you're doing.
That's right. It's time for rage-inducing Facebook comments on the Philly Hockey Guys podcast.
That's right, where I'm going to read some Facebook comments by quote-unquote Flyers fans during the game the other night.
Oh, my blood pressure is going to be through the roof after this.
And this one today, we're going from the Facebook page Flyers Nation, which there's a lot of good fans in there, but in some ways it's also kind of a cesspool.
Okay.
So let's start with quote number 1, and we're throwing these people under the bus. Here you go. The first quote comes from Danny Leeson on Flyers Nation's Facebook page. He says this: Voracek got his money, now he can't find the net. What's wrong with that statement?
Oh, there's just so much wrong with that statement. Are you kidding me? How many games are we into the season?
Maybe about like 10.
We're not even that far in.
10 games in, and he
Yeah.
should already have many goals.
What, 100 goals already?
Yeah.
Yeah. Forget the fact that he actually saved the game the other night by a hustle play and set up the game winner. Forget about that. Okay. Next question.
It's not really a question,
Okay,
but okay.
next comment.
On Flyers Nation, this one, I'd like to introduce you to Ryan Hadfield.
Okay, what's he got
Ryan
to say?
says this: I don't want to say this, but Mason is horrible.
Oh, my
this
God.
year so far. Don't get me wrong, I like Mason, but he's not playing well at all.
Really, he's not playing well at all.
No.
Did you see the save in the third period?
Apparently he didn't.
Oh, man. Again, turn the whole game around.
Are you getting more and more angry?
I am. I think I'm...
Do you want another one?
not really, but go ahead. Next.
From Flyers Nation Facebook page, Joe Whittick says this: Steve Mason blows.
Yep, he does. All right, you know what? Might as well cut him. Go ahead. Just go out and release him.
I love this bit. Christopher Ernest on Flyers Nation Facebook page says, I'm so happy they're putting Neuwirth in goal tonight. He has shown the team that he is better than Mason.
Listen.
No. Wait. I'm not done. 26 people like that statement
Oh,
on Flyers
man.
Nation Facebook page.
Look, Neuwirth has had a great start to the season. I mean, really, really think about this. Mason, since the trade from Columbus, has been outstanding, has been dynamite for
Yes.
the Flyers.
No argument there.
Not just 3 games. No, 3 seasons. Absolutely pathetic.
I mean, Neuwirth is a backup goalie.
Yes, there's a reason why he's not starting somewhere else. And again, I mean, I like the guy. I like Neuwirth. But let's be realistic here.
We're moving on. Kyle Johnson says this: let the tanking begin for Matthews.
Oh,
This
my-
is going to be a long year on
Less
Flyers
than 10
Nation.
games into the season, we're already tanking?
Apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Hopefully some of these comments were before they came back and won. Because these are just ridiculous.
Here's one from somebody named Six Brandt, who obviously, has to have a fake name. He says, not sure what's going on with Mason, but not playing good at all. It's first of all, dummy. Has no wins. Even though Neuwirth allowed 2 goals today, he has 2 wins with back-to-back shutouts. This team has to figure something out before it gets too late in the season.
Figure something out. Have you seen the other teams in the Metro Division? The Flyers are fine. There's no reason to panic yet. And again, Steve Mason is one of the top goalies in the NHL.
Are you still mad?
Yeah, I'm very mad. This
There
is
was one that was
ridiculous.
deleted
These
that-
aren't real Flyer fans,
There
are
was
they?
There was one that was later deleted, but my mind does not forget. Somebody said that Claude Giroux should not be captain of the Philadelphia Flyers just because he had a bad second period and took 2 penalties.
Okay, yeah. The same Claude Giroux that ended up winning the game?
Maybe.
The same Claude Giroux that has led the NHL in points over the past 5 seasons?
It's so funny hearing
Let's take the C off of his chest right now.
It's so funny hearing you get so pissed about
Freaking morons. I don't know how much more of this bit I can take.
All right, I'm sorry. I don't want. I feel like my personal safety is being risked by this bit, but you know what? I'd like this to be a continuing thing. I'm going to wrap it up with one more.
All right, one more. That's it.
On Flyers Nation on Facebook, Steve Bachelet says this. Team has no chance this year. They traded away all their talent and haven't made a good playoff push since they lost Pronger. Giroux misses too many opportunities, and their power play can't even get in the zone. They're embarrassing.
Who did they trade away?
Carter and Richards.
Carter and Richards were
traded.
traded.
If you guys could see the look on his face right now.
Carter and Richards were traded for Simmons, Braden Shen, Jake Voracek. These are some of the superstars of the NHL. Mike Richards is in a drug rehab facility somewhere. Lucky he's not in jail. Oh, yeah, we should have kept Richards. Absolutely. That would have definitely turned this team around.
Oh my God. I can't wait to play this game again.
We're not playing
so
this
much
anymore.
fun. Rage-inducing Facebook comments. That is our...
That is,
and that's only on one Facebook page. We haven't even gotten to the official Philadelphia Flyers Facebook page, which we're going to do soon.
Look, I completely understand being frustrated with the team during the first 2 periods of that game on Wednesday night. But come on, to suggest pulling the C off of Giroux's chest, to suggest that we should have kept Carter and Richards, I mean, that's just insanity.
Real disappointed.
Exactly. I'm right there with the coach.
that felt good.
Please tell me this is the end of that bit.
Unfortunately, we've run out of comments for today. But don't worry. I'll have more. This is my new favorite thing. This Flyers Nation page. There are some good people on there, but man, I've been advertising the podcast on there. There are more likes that pop up on that page for Steve Mason is a terrible goalie than we get for our friggin' show.
I'm feeling a tightness in my chest right now.
Yeah,
that can't be good.
Okay, well then let's move on. Let's pass over this bit. I know you didn't enjoy it, but I had a fun time watching you have a meltdown.
It's just so frustrating. I mean, come on.
I really should have.
We are early on in the season. There's no reason to panic or go crazy. And we knew going into the season that they're a bubble team. I don't know what people are expecting out of the Flyers this year. They're not a Stanley Cup contender. We know that.
If I really wanted to push this this bit a little bit more, I would just play audio from every damn thing that Milbury said on NBC Sports.
Oh, I can't even watch in between the periods.
You know, it is great, though, when he was saying, I hated the Flyers, and he's standing right next to Jeremy Roenick, and Jeremy Roenick just gives him this death stare. I still love JR, whatever. So there you go. Whew. Next time, I'm going to try to get a picture of you while you're that face was very intense.
Next segment.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Again, you don't have to yell at me. Follow us on Twitter at Philly Hockey Guy. Also check us out on Facebook. And we're always on Reddit Flyers. So come hang out with us. Talk to us. All of that. That's such a great community there. Those guys are great. All those guys and gals at Reddit Flyers.
All right, well, you want to move on to preview the Rangers game here?
Absolutely.
All right, well, we got the Rangers coming up Saturday night, Wells Fargo Center, puck dropping at 7 p.m., and the Rangers off to a good start this year.
Yeah, they start off the season with a 5-2-1 record.
Good news is, though, this is going to be their 4th game this week. So, I mean, they're getting all their games in, and then they got to play again Sunday night against Calgary.
And Rick Nash has not scored once, so you know what that means. He's playing the Flyers. That means Rick Nash is finally going to score on Saturday.
Don't say that.
No, but this should be a good game. I'm expecting a win from the Flyers. I mean, they looked really good against the Rangers in the preseason. For whatever that's worth, they did pretty well.
Watching this team right now, it'd just be so inconsistent. You see how good they can play, like they did in the 3rd period against the Bruins. And then you see how bad they can play, like the 2nd period. They're a complete Jekyll and Hyde team right now early on.
Yeah, they kind of been like that for a while, but it's always entertaining. I will say that much. Speaking of entertaining games, see how bad the Penguins lost to
Yes.
the Stars last night?
Yeah, they lost 4-1, and Pittsburgh shaking things up, breaking up that line, that dynamic line that was going to take over the NHL this year of Crosby and Kessel. They have just 8 goals in 7 games.
Really?
Yes.
You suck. God, I wish we were playing them tomorrow. Like I still can't believe that we have to wait until 2016 to play those scrubs once.
Yeah, well, that's more of the genius behind the NHL and their scheduling.
Yeah, I'm not even going to comment on that.
I see the Flyers pulling out a win this weekend. I'm amped up. I think they are too.
Well, if that win doesn't get them amped up.
If that doesn't get them going, I don't know what will.
I'm going to agree with you here. I'm actually going to be positive. Picking the Flyers to win Saturday night against the Rangers. I'm going to go low scoring. I'm going to go 2-1. Flyers win this one.
Okay, who scores for the Flyers for you?
I think Giroux keeps it going. I think he gets one, and I'm going to go Voracek gets his first goal of the year.
Okay.
So that first line stays on fire.
Good. That's a great pick. I'm going to say it's going to be another close game, too, but I'm going to say 3-2.
Okay.
Flyers for this game. Goals are going to be scored by, I'm going to go with Matt Reed is going to score.
All right. Reed was very close the other
that
night
line,
a couple times.
Yes.
They were buzzing.
That second line is starting to look more and more dynamic. Simmons is really hustling. So I'm going to go with Reed. Jake Voracek, yes. I'm going to go with Jake Voracek on that one. And just for fun, I'm going to say Medvedev. Why not? A defenseman and he got 2 forwards.
He's looked great so far.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
He certainly has.
Definitely the best defender they've had so far early on this season.
I mean, and each one of our defensemen really has made some kind of contribution over the last, few games. I mean, Luke Schenn actually looked really good the other night in that game.
I don't know about real good, but he looked decent. He looked better than Manning.
Good enough.
Manning
better than
did.
Manning.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
And Luke Schenn will get back on the ice again against the Rangers, and Manning will be up in the suite with Vinny.
They're playing like paper football or trading Pokemon cards. Or
do you think they're like, do we have to actually watch the game? Or
yeah, I wonder what they do up there during the game. Like, that's what I'm saying. They probably, play Magic the Gathering or something. Le Cavalier strikes me as a guy that would probably play Magic the Gathering, but not be any good at it.
Just like he is on the ice.
That's kind of unfair.
It is.
Yeah, I'm not even going to comment on that.
I blame your rage-inducing game earlier. There's a lack of oxygen to my brain right now.
That was fun. That was fun. I think I lost about 5 pounds just by laughing from that alone. So Angry Ken strikes on the show. Dark Ken, as we call him. We may as well talk about that real quick.
All right, go ahead.
There's a time where he gets lazy and he forgets to shave and he gets his beard growing in, and I've been calling him Dark Ken. Dark Ken is coming through on this podcast
I'm
now.
cleanly shaved though today. So,
I don't know, man. You got a little pissed off. Dark Ken is. Speaking of angry people participating on the show, we might have a new special guest panelist showing up on the show a little bit later on down the line.
We got to talk him into it.
So just keep listening for that. Don't forget, follow us on Twitter. We live tweet throughout the whole games usually. And, of course, when you are live tweeting at us through the game, just use our custom hashtag, Tweet Boldly.
I saw a couple of those
people are
around.
using Tweet
I love
Boldly.
It.
Yeah. That's great. That is fantastic. So, all right. Well, we're going to be back with another show as soon as possible. And yes, we will announce that winner of the Lindros figurine. Figured we'd give you through the weekend if you want to, go ahead and submit that. And then we'll have a winner for that contest coming up on Monday. And if you don't wind up winning, don't worry, because we just may have another contest lined up right around the corner.
Yep, more prizes on the way.
Now that I can't complain about.
No, not at all. All right.
Even though Mason's a terrible goalie.
That's it. We're wrapping up the show. You're just trying to get me riled up now.
Yeah, I am. You saw right through it.
All right, well, enjoy the game tomorrow night.
Yeah, let's go Flyers. We're both saying a win tomorrow night. I think it's going to be a good thing, and as long as the Penguins keep losing and we stay ahead of them in those standings.
Everything's perfect in the world then.
That's fine by me.
All right, have a great weekend.
You too, buddy.
All right, for Andy Robb, I'm Ken Prell. We are the Philly Hockey Guys. See ya.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like the Philly Hockey Guys podcast page on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at Philly Hockey Guy and subscribe on iTunes, TuneIn, and SoundCloud.